broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Race fans, welcome here tonight to Monday night. It's the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series right here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Right here from the Charlotte Roval. For 40 laps will be the distance around this big 2.24 mile Roval at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's right, we are not running the mile and a half Charlotte Oval that we ran back in August with the Xfinity cars. This time we brought the Xfinity cars right back here. We're going to run the infield portion. It's going to be exciting as we're going to have to make left-hand and right-hand turns here tonight. Some of these drivers are looking forward to this track. This race they have scheduled on their calendar, marking it a chance to get themselves into victory lane and locked in to the postseason. Other drivers, on the other hand, a handful of them, a lot of them, majority of them, don't like road course racing, so it is going to be an exciting one. A couple seasons ago here with Red Light, we did come here to the Charlotte Roval. That was the old configuration. This time, back there on the back straightaway, they have changed that little chicane, little bit of a bus stop. They have changed that. Now, instead of it being a high-speed little corner that you were going to be able to kind of almost navigate through and full send it, maybe hitting a little bit of the curb, putting the car up on three wheels, well, now they changed it. Now it's going to be a complete... Somebody reminded me, it's sort of like the front stretch chicane here. They kind of just reversed it on the back straightaway. You're going to have to really woe the car down here tonight. So we will see who's going to be able to get through that A-OK and who is not. Qualifying, though, is underway here. 5 minutes for a lot of these drivers. But let's talk about the championship hunt. So far, this will be race number 5 onto the season. 4 drivers have won so far, so 4 races, 4 different drivers. Sean Butler was the first winner of the season. James Skelton, Max Terrill, and James Heater. All those drivers have officially locked themselves into a championship playoff hunt. They have a chance. That's all you want, is to have a chance. Coming in then behind them, though, in this championship hunt is Tim Blum, Eric Johnson, Ethan Troutman, Michael Trevarthen, Richard Murdoch, Zach Mitchell, Nathan Maurer, Justin Gann, Joe Strano, Tony Strano, Dalton Williamson. Right there is that cut line for the drivers that would get in. All those drivers are plus on that cut marker. But it's not going to take a whole lot for a couple of these drivers to drop out of that top section, because Wells, Souza, Single, and Buckley are all right there, hot on the heels. Only 8 points separating those drivers from being in to being out to being in, and those drivers that are in to be out here. So they got to be pretty cautious here tonight. It's one of those tracks where you just want to be able to get through and be alive at the end of this one. Like we said, though, qualifying is underway. Up on the board, though, is going to be the man of the 64. That is Wells. As you see him, he was able to just make one lap. It was one lap and done for the driver of that 64. Here's one of those drivers. He is one of the hottest drivers on the red light scene right now. You are looking at the driver of the 86 out of South Carolina. This is James Skelton. He was second on lap number 1. In practice, though, he was at the top of our leaderboards. Last night, in the little bit of a practice run, he was also one of the quicker drivers. I believe it was it Saturday I hopped into a test session, and James Skelton was the last one to join the test session, but he went straight to the top of the boards. So we'll see if the driver out of South Carolina will be able to hang on here tonight, as he actually just gets bumped down by another one, as that's Richard Murdoch. He will actually go around, so his time on lap number 2 will not be counted. Lap number 1 for Richard Murdoch will be, though, for the second quickest lap time. Here's one of those drivers that's looking forward to a road course race, and this is Cody Levitt out of Las Vegas, the Golden Knights Vegas Strong number 38 Chevrolet. He has already completed 1 lap. He is 6th right now on the timing and scoring. He'll come across the line, as it looks like lap number 2, though, for Cody Levitt will not count. You're now looking at the driver of the 94 Chevrolet. This is Corey Silva. Silva right now, as he's running a part-time schedule here on a Monday night. Silva is running in that 5th position here in qualifying, so it's good to see Corey Silva back on track 2 weeks in a row, or, well, I guess call it 3 weeks, as we had a little bit of a bye week last week with the holiday. We hope everybody enjoyed that holiday out there, and we welcome you all back to watch some road course racing action. See Silva coming through the infield portion. He'll take the detour. He'll cut a little bit of grass. He won't be the only one here tonight to cut some grass. Here is one of those drivers. This is Tim Blum, and actually, just like that, qualifying is already over. Didn't even get to go through a lot of the drivers here tonight. That's just how fast things go here at the Charlotte Roval. So it looks like Wells, Murdoch, and Skelton are your top 3 times here in our qualifying session. See them all taking to the grid. And as these drivers take to the grid here, let's go through your starting lineup here tonight. Starting lineup brought to us by the Green Forest Tree Supply. You're getting your yard work in order for next season already? You're ahead of the A game. You need to head on over to the Green Forest Tree Supply and get your shrubs, your trees ready, because next year will be upon us before you know it. So head on over to the Green Forest Tree Supply and get your supplies today. This is how they will line up, though, here tonight for the Roval. Starting on the front row, driving the number 64 Alienware PC machine, this is Jason Wells. That's his first pole of the season. Starting to his outside, the driver out of Somerville, South Carolina, driving the full throttle adventure in pixels number 01. It is Richard Murdoch. Scheduled to go off position number 3 here tonight. It's the Elite Realtree machine, actually, of James Skelton. Starting in the 4th position, the MK Medic, number 42 out of Canada, it is Max Terriol. Starting 5th on the grid, the 94 of Corey Silva. Starting 6th here tonight, the number 18 out of Ohio, it is James Heater. Starting 7th, he is driver of the Green Forest Tree Supply, number 43, the Strano Brothers Racing, number 43 of Joe Strano. Starting 8th here tonight, the Deeper Darker Dew, number 38, out of Las Vegas, the Vegas Golden Knights machine, Vegas Strong of Cody Levitt. Ryan O'Donoghue going to start there in the 98 Full Throttle Racing entry, his Ford Mustang, 9th quickest here tonight. 10th, going to be the Dirty Mo Radio Orange, number 33 of Eric Johnson. He'll start 10th. Starting in the 11th position, driving the number 31, the Metalhead Motorsports, number 31 of Michael Trevarthen. Starting 12th on the grid tonight, the driver out of Florida, driving the Classics Hot Sauce, number 10, it is Tim Blum. 13th, the 924, this is Zach Mitchell. He came into this race inside the top 10 in the points. We'll see if he's able to stay there tonight. Starting 14th on the grid, it's the man who has a corner at this track named after him. That is the 62 of Ethan Troutman. Starting in the 15th position, driving the Victory Junction, number 3, out of the Strano Brothers Racing Stables, it is Tony Strano. Starting 16th, it is going to be the 84 of Christopher Rothrock. 17th here tonight, the Minto, number 20, it is Brandon Minto, starting 17th. 18th tonight, it's the Australian, it is the 184 of Kevin O'Brien. Starting 19th here tonight, driving the number 88, he's got a lot of work to do. He is back this week, race fans. It's the 88 of Sean Butler. Sean Singles got the 914 hot rod there, starting in the 20th position. 21st tonight, driver of the Wheel Team 6B, 917 of Tim Combs. He'll start 21st. 22nd here tonight, the driver of the 941, the Higgins Hill Racing. Checkered flag auto supply, number 22, or starting 22nd of Rob Higgins. Starting 23rd, the number 2, drafttop.com of Josh Buckley. He'll roll off 23rd. 24th, drafttop.com, number 48, Chevrolet, driven by Michael Bromley. He'll start 24th. 25th here tonight, the Sim Box, number 977 of Doug Neal. 26th, going to go to the 59, that is Bruce Potter. 27th here tonight, the number 4, Kyle Souza. 28th, the Keystone Motorsports driver out of Topton, Pennsylvania, driving the number 13 here tonight. It is Donald Bennett. 29th starting spot tonight, driving the number 15, Dustin Gainey. Starting 30th on the field, and it looks like a missed start here tonight for the driver of the RB Custom Rigs, number 30. That is Justin Gann. 31st here tonight, there is no 31st race fan. That is your Green Forestry Supply starting lineup here tonight at the Charlotte Roval. We are getting ready, race fans. We hope you are all enjoying your Monday so far, because it is about to get wild here at Charlotte. A couple drivers did miss the grid here tonight. It looks like Richard Murdoch going to miss the grid. He was scheduled to start in that second position, so that'll move Terrio up on the outside lane. Josh Buckley also going to miss the grid here tonight at Charlotte, along with Justin Gann. Justin Gann looks like he did not turn in a practice time either tonight, so it's some hard sledding for the driver of the RB Custom Rigs, number 30. So it will be 27 drivers who actually take the initial drop of the green flag, see if Murdoch, Buckley, and Gann can work themselves back out onto the speedway as the iRacing safety car will make the left-hand turn here tonight. It will be the last time we see the iRacing pace car as we are getting ready to go racing in the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series, and it is going to be Wells hitting the gas, and he is off already. Everybody is giving chase here down into turn number 1. It'll be Wells, though, making the corner first. His Alienware Chevrolet is already opened up about a half a car length, maybe a car length gap, as everybody is still trying to work themselves through turn number 1. As Minto looks like he maybe had a little bit of an issue getting into turn number 1, but everybody, I believe, is going to come through there A-OK. Everybody makes it through turn number 1 on lap 1 without an incident. 27 drivers do make it through there, and the race lead still Jason Wells out front here with Terrio still in tow. Tim Combs going to go off track. There you see the 917 of Combs. Another brother Oreo Chevrolet has been turned around down here in turn number, I believe that's 5 of the infield portion. It'll be the first time we see Wells come down the back straightaway here through this little bus stop chicane. Pretty solid for him, so he'll be able to keep on going. He should be able to come back around here. I say should, as there's still 3 more corners technically before Wells gets back around here to the start-finish line to complete lap number 1 tonight. Let's see if he's able to hit this one. Perfect by the driver of the 64. Wells will lead lap number 1 here tonight. Believe the 62 of Troutman gonna have issues here on lap number 1. He'll drop a couple positions. He'll lose out to the 84 of Rothrock, who goes too hot into Troutman's corner down there, turn number 1. Looks like Michael Bromley has already taken the draft top, number 48 to pit road. Bruce Potter going around in the Ford Motorcraft 59 machine down here in Troutman's corner. There you see your race leaders already on to the back stretch portion here at the Charlotte Roval. Still Wells, Terrio, Skelton, Heater, Levitt sitting there. So lap number 1 looks like it had claim the 48 of Michael Bromley. We'll see if we can get a word in with Bromley here in just a couple of moments. We'll wait for him to get out of the car, but battle for the race lead here as Wells is under attack by that 42 of Terrio. Wells had a good qualifying time here, but can he hold off the strong charging 42? Look at Skelton back there. He really goes curb hopping. And he's actually able to make up a lot of ground here going through the last 2 corners of the track. Already working lap number 3 here of the 40 scheduled tonight. As you see Wells go up the track through the infield portion here, through that little bit of a, call it a two-handed kink there for the right-handers, but here comes Max Terriol, and he'll peek down to the inside, and Wells is just going to pull over. Skelton going to try and peek the nose of his machine, also down here. Not going to have the run, but now here he's going to be able to get to the inside. You see how hard Skelton is really pushing the 86. Wells lets him have it. Here comes Heater. Will Heater be able to have a run back onto the banking here? He will. Here comes now the Z-line number 18 of Heater. He'll take over third. Cody Levitt is back here. Now will he be able to take advantage? Oh, Wells going to go too hard onto the brakes here. Cody Levitt's going to take advantage. Wells going to have to come to a stop down here and give back a little bit of time, I believe. As it looks like Wells actually might be able to keep her going. Maybe was able to stay on track just enough to not get a penalty. So we're taking a look here in just a second. Bruce Potter having some issues also once again in his machine. He has gone around. Looks like he has actually had some serious contact. He'll have to take the tow back to pit road. Here comes Ryan O'Danny now to the inside. I believe the driver of the DraftTop.com, number 48, though, has been released from the care center. Bromley, looks like it's an early night for you here in this 48 crew. What happened on lap number 1?
Yeah, we actually had a really good run through the infield, everything considering, and then coming around out of NASCAR 4, coming to that front chicane, we just had a total brake failure, and to not run over the 941 or any other competitors, I kind of took it over the turtle pretty hard and then messed up the track bar. So it's not a good looking day for us.
Yeah, not a good looking day. You said not really looking forward to running this road course here tonight, and you know it's not going to be the night here, an early end to it here. But looking forward into the schedule, you're going to be able to put this Xfinity car into the shed and forget about it for a little bit of a while. Actually, it looks like we only run it 2 more times this season, and it's not till the playoffs when we go to Dover and Atlanta as we watch this battle here with Trevarthen on track. But next week, we do head to the Martinsville Speedway. We get the old Gander Outdoor Truck out for 200 laps of short track racing action. Is that more your wheelhouse?
Yeah, I like being able to lean onto the competitors a little bit and let the crew guys earn their salaries after the race, beating and banging parts out. So it should be fun. I'm not going to race dirty. I'm not going to pull Kevin Harvick back in the trucks when it's a Craftsman Series. But we'll definitely have some fun out there.
Well, Bromley, tough luck here tonight. Good luck next week at Martinsville.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
There you heard it from the driver of the 48, Michael Bromley. His DraftTop.com entry is pretty used up, and they are done here tonight at Charlotte. An early exit for the driver of the 48. You just watched, though, Michael Trevarthen and Sean Butler get around. I believe that was the 33 of Eric Johnson. Johnson having some handling issues. Trevarthen really locking up the Fram filters, Ford Mustang's tires. He right now is running back here into that 10th position. He'll bank it off the wall and see if he can get a run onto the back straightaway here. This is actually entering into turn number 1 here of the oval portion. You see Sean Butler back here also. Nothing has changed out front. It's still the 42 of Max Terriol, but you're looking at the battle here for the 7th spot. Wells has just been continuing to fall through the field after he gave the lead up just 3 laps ago. Wells was inside the top 10. He is now, or top 5. He's all the way back to 8th, hanging on to the top 10. Corey Silva just getting passed up by the number 10 of Tim Blum. He was on a lot of guys' hot charts, I want to say, tonight coming into this one. Got flames on the car and everything, so look out for him. He is already up 7 spots here, running in 5th. The driver of that 10 is on fire here tonight. Cody Levitt has caught the Z-line 18 of James Heater. Levitt having a little bit of connection issues there, but Levitt up 4 spots actually, sitting there on the back of the 18 of Heater. Heater sideways. Sideways for the driver of that Z-Line Toyota, and once again sideways. He is just chewing those tires up. The 3 of Tony Strano just went for a little bit of a ride down here, I'm being told, the Victory Junction Strano Brothers machine. Now, it looks like the 43 of Joe Strano has gone around. He was running inside the top 10, looped it around down here. And the infield portion, he'll get it refired. driver of the Green Forest Tree Supply Chevrolet will get back. Let's check it out, though, here and see if we can find out what happened on the replay to this 43. There you see him coming down the infield portion to this right-hander before they're able to make 2 lefts back onto the oval portion. Looks like he just got back to the throttle. The 43 goes around, hits the infield wall, and doesn't look like much damage has been done to that 43, but he's going to lose a handful of spots here. Levitt hasn't been able to work around the Z-Line Toyota just yet. Cody Levitt sitting there 4th right on the back there. He is hunting that 18 machine of Heater. Your race leader of Max Terriot, though, he is gone. He is well out in front, almost a 2-second lead over James Skelton. And then it's almost 3.5 seconds back to James Heater and Cody Levitt. Looks like Higgins. Something happened to the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Chevrolet here tonight. See him coming through the final 2 corners. He's following the 977 Simbox entry of Doug Neal. Doug Neal looks like somebody has been into the back end of Doug. I don't know if that was Higgins that got into the back end. Have to take a closer look if we can. Tim Combs going around again. There you see him down here in between 3 and 4. Brandon Minto going off track there in the Air Force number 20 Barstool Sports entry. Let's go back here and watch Minto. Minto out there trying to get all he can and straight yeet off the corner into the Bank of America. Maybe he's taking a loan out here. So Minto loses a couple spots and back on track he goes. But man, we were just talking about how it was a 1.5 seconds for Terriot to Skelton. Now it's 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. Skelton almost missed that corner down there. See him all sorts of out of shape. He is trying to get up there. There's the body armor 62 of Troutman. It looks like, oh man, Troutman's been hard into the wall here tonight. We missed it, but it looks like Troutman hard contact on lap number 4. That body armor Ford not looking too hot. Oh, right in the same place Joe Strano got looped around right there. What happens to this machine? Oh, Rothrock into the outside wall and nowhere for Troutman to go. And then he slams that little barrier right there, protecting the safety crew workers. You got to turn back around, but that Mustang is pretty wounded here tonight. He's running currently back into the 18th position. He said tonight if he was just able to stay off the radar, he was going to be happy with this one. Right now, it's not what he wanted. Big pass up here on the banking, though, out of turn 4 of the oval portion. Tim Blum just got around 38-11. He also got around James Heater. So Tim Blum and Corey Silva actually getting around. Blum now 3rd, Corey Silva back into the 4th spot for the first time here tonight. He started 5th, now he's up to 4th. Lost a couple spots in the initial start. Cody Levitt falls back to that 5th position. 6th now for James Heater, and Ryan O'Danny just sitting back there having himself a race. Still a very long way to go here at Charlotte. 8 laps officially in the books out of the 40 here tonight at this 2.24 mile speedway. Higgins has himself another issue down here. On the back straightaway of the oval portion, coming through this little bus stop chicane area, Higgins goes around. Troutman to pit road. He'll be the first one to pit. Doing the math real quick, and Troutman's not going to be able to make it from this stop here to the end of this race, so we'll see where he comes out of pit road and what kind of lap times he's turning compared to that man right there. That's the 42 of Max Terriot. Tim Blum, Corey Silva going to get around James Skelton. It looks like he went down into the corner. He had himself a little bit of a loop around down here on the backstretch bus stop. So Skelton going to go from running 2nd back to looks like 5th right now as he comes onto the front straightaway. Going to really curb hop that time for James Skelton. Let's check out what happened. This is on the back straightaway of the oval coming into the bus stop. Oh, caught too much of the rumble strip, looped her around, didn't hit anything, so some impressive driving there from Skelton in the Flower Town Animal Hospital machine. So Corey Silva now up to third. Cody Levitt back into that fourth position with 9 laps officially in the books. There's your race leader still. Just to give you an idea how everybody is starting to spread themselves out here tonight, look for your driver right there. Can you find him? Nor can I. A bunch of ants forming around the speedway. I can tell you right now, though, Terriot has about an 8.5 second lead over Tim Blum. There's Blum coming down the back straightaway into these bus stop here. Pretty conservative there for Blum. Corey Silva, it looks like he's been into the outside wall a time or two. Aerodynamics, though, yeah, they may be a little bit on the oval portion. You're going to need them. But Corey Silva says, yeah, I'm all right tonight. I don't need it. On the little mini-map that you have, if you can see them, you can tell where your drivers are. 1 through, it looks like 25 drivers left on the... There is the Bruce Potter entry. He's been around a handful of times here tonight. Cody Levitt is down pit road with his Vegas machine, so he'll make a pit stop here. Sean Single, one of the faster drivers in our practice session, as one driver off the track. It looks like the 977 of Doug Neal, the Simbox entry. He has gone around, and now he's very slow on the banking. Michael Trevarthen now looks like he has lost the Fram. As there goes Single by him, that'll move Trevarthen back to the 12th spot. Let's take that look back and watch what happened to Michael Trevarthen. Oh, he went back to the gas and just looped her around. That's right where Joe Strano had his issue. He got it refired, losing only 1 position on the speedway. Rothrock now having a little bit of an adventure with the Renaissance Nutrient machine. Rothrock currently running back in 18th. It hasn't been quite the season so far through the first 3 races that Christopher Rothrock has attended here on Monday night in the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series. Rothrock came in. He had a 29th finish back at, well, this track right here. Last time we had the old Xfinity cars out, he had himself a 29th place finish at Charlotte. He went to Lucas Oil, had himself a 10th place finish. And it looks like the Texas Motor Speedway he attended with the Gander Outdoor Truck, he had finished 28th. So 2 very deep finishes in the field really kind of put him down the list. 27th on the championship standings. So a lot of ground to make up for the driver out of Pennsylvania if he would like to make the chase this season. Skelton getting contact from Ryan O'Donnell down the back straightaway. Skelton gonna blow through the bus stop. He's gonna have to come to a stop. Ryan O'Donnell had him all sorts of jacked up coming down there into that little bit of a bus stop. Now here comes the 88 of Sean Butler. He'll look to the outside of Ryan O'Donnell here coming through the oval portion. Ryan's gonna be able to hang on to it. Butler right to the back bumper though in the Trust Me Vodka 88. Both these drivers were racing on a Wednesday night in a road course series, so both of them are used to racing together on road courses, making, those right-hand turns. More pit stops are happening, though. Corey Silva's down pit road along with Wells. There you see Wells in the 64 machine. He'll come to a stop, and it'll be 4 tires for his crew. Max Terriot going to put the number 20 of Brandon Minto a lap down. Minto's back here running in the 22nd spot. So Minto right now, there will be no lucky dogs here tonight. We've seen a couple drivers go ahead and loop it around. Minto gonna go hard into the bus stop. He's gonna have to lock him up, and now he'll have to come to a stop. That'll mean Tim Combs and Kyle Souza should be able to get around the number 20 of Minto, and Minto's car all sorts of tore up. As it looks like Combs is going to go to the high side, let Kyle Souza go right on by. It looks like Kyle has been down on pit road once or twice here. It looks like once tonight, as he's going to miss the front straightaway, and now he's going to have to come to a little bit of a slow. iRacing in their last update did give a clock timer to all these drivers. When you go off track now in iRacing on a road course where iRacing deems you may have now got a little bit of an advantage, they give you 30 seconds to give that time that they think you gained back. And if you don't do it within that time frame, you will get black flagged by iRacing, and then you will have to serve an even larger penalty down on pit road. So Kyle was able to slow his number 4 machine down enough on the speedway and then get right back into it, and now he's pulling away from Minto and Combs out here on track. More drivers to pit road. There is the 924. That is Zach Mitchell. He was down on pit road with the Oreo machine just before the halfway marker. He's probably going to make this a 14-14 and just ride it out to the end of this one here tonight. There goes the 3 of Strano right around Zach Mitchell. Mitchell, though, going to get right back around Tony Strano as he went out into the grass. Brandon Minto looks like he just yeeted himself again down here. That's 2 laps in a row for Brandon Minto coming into this bus stop on the back straightaway. He has himself an issue. There goes the 184 of Kevin O'Brien. He's going to be able to. Tim Combs, Max Terriel through the pit road. So here comes your 2 race leaders tonight. They will enter pit road. Will Ryan O'Donnell come down also, or will he stay out here? He's going to stay out along with the 88 of Sean Butler. They will not be able to take the race lead, though, as Max Terriel was able to squeak by the line before Ryan O'Donnell got there. So now Ryan will come up upon the struggling number 20 of Brandon Yeet Minto. See if Ryan yeets Minto out of the way, as he is the slower Ford on the speedway. One of them going around. It looks like that's Kevin O'Brien there in the V-powered shell machine, right ahead of your race leaders. He goes around, and now he's trying to get the car refired. There you see Eric Johnson. He is your 3rd place machine on our timing and scoring. Behind him, that's the 977 of Doug Neal, the only Simbox entry here tonight at Charlotte. Neal currently running in the 21st position. His teammate Nathan Maurer not able to make the show here tonight. Couple more drivers down on pit road. It looks like Bruce Potter along with Rob Higgins. Both of them are down on pit road currently. Still waiting on a couple drivers to make their first pit stop of the night, and that's your race leader, Ryan O'Donnell. Will he come through here to lead a lap, or will he come to pit road here with 26 laps to go? We were guessing about 17 to 18 laps where the fuel run would be tonight. Looks like Ryan will just continue to stay out here. So Ryan will officially come through here tonight as he curb hops it. He will get a lap led. Looks like the 13 of Donald Bennett having some issues down here. And maybe a double crash for Bennett. Let's take the look back here on the replays. Bennett's actually going to try to get the tires going and winds up into the outside wall again. Let's watch this first one back here. Let's see what happens to Donald Bennett. He's on the back straightaway. You see your leader just got around him. Bennett goes in and, I don't know, maybe he just went to slow up as your leaders were coming, and then Donald goes straight. There's Kevin O'Brien. He goes straight also. Kevin takes off, and it looks like Donald's penalty was a little bit longer. And then when he went to go, he spun the tires and hits the wall here. See him drop the clutch. He was dropping the hammer, race fans, and then into the wall he went. Jason Wells still running pretty solid here tonight. He was your pole sitter coming in He is running in the 8th spot with 25 laps to go. He still has a couple of drivers like Ryan O'Donnell and Sean Butler, and it looks like here comes Ryan down pit road. He'll make his first stop tonight in the Trust Me Vodka 88 of Butler, going to come right up alongside him. Maybe it'll be a drag race to the start-finish line here between these two because, well, never mind. There goes Max Theriault. Oh, Max, a lot faster than what Ryan O'Donnell and Sean Butler were there on this run with just 24 laps to go. Max Theriault takes back over the race lead. We've only had 3 leaders here tonight so far. So as everything starts to shake back through, let's take you through how your drivers are running here with 24 laps to go and where they are running in the top 10. Out front right now, it is the number 42 of Max Theriault. He has been your leader for most of this race here tonight. Didn't set quick time in qualifying, but Max worked his way to the front, and his car is still looking clean. The driver of the MK Medic number 32, Max Theriault, is your race leader after green flag pit stops. Tim Blum, the Classics Hot Sauce Chevrolet number 10. Well, it's definitely a classic, and it's definitely hurt. Some damage to the front nose clip of this number 10. You see some camber built up in the left front now for the driver out of the Full Throttle Racing stable. He is running 9, almost 10 seconds behind your race leader of Max Theriault. As you see him work down here, hits one curb, hits another curb. It's pretty amazing to see the abuse that these cars are going to take here tonight at Charlotte, hitting all the curves. Sitting there in third, though, you know, race fans, he's from the booth, that is for sure. Does a little bit of broadcasting here and there. There's the 84. This is Corey Silva. He started back into the 5th spot, dropped outside the top 5 on the initial start, was able to work his way back up inside the top 5 before the green flag pit cycle. Now finds himself running third. He's about 12 seconds behind your race leaders. Right behind him is the 38 of Cody Levitt. The Las Vegas driver really loves to go road course racing. He honed his skills in on the Forza Motorsports platform before coming to iRacing. He made his way to iRacing and found the Mazda Miatas. He says it's probably one of the most enjoyable cars to drive on the iRacing.com platform. And now he's here wheeling a big, heavy stock car around the Charlotte Roval. He comes up on Doug Neal in just the wrong spot, and he's going to have to give some time up there. Doug Neal trying to get out of the way in the 977. Right behind Cody Levitt, though, running in the 5th position, rounding out the top 5. That's the Z-Line Toyota number 18 of James Heater. Heater had himself a 6th starting spot here tonight, has worked his way into the top 5, and at one point he was running 3rd with that Toyota, and then the wheels just kind of fell off her. Now is back to 5th. Running 6th, he had your quick time tonight. It's the Alienware number 64 of Jason Wells. Car was quick, but as soon as he got past for the race lead, it seemed like the driver of that 64 started to push just a little bit. Now has fallen back to the 6th running position. Skelton in the Toyota, the 86. He's back here. He's got somebody with fresher tires nipping on the back heels of him. There you see a big wiggle out of that 86 of Skelton. He's got 2 drivers with fresh tires behind him, so Skelton trying to get onto the loud pedal here. He is running 7th. Behind him is the Trust Me Vodka 88 out of Ohio. Sean Butler making his return back to Monday night after having to step away for a couple weeks and deal with some family issues. So Sean Butler right now is running 8th with fresher tires. As you see, Skelton make another mistake. Butler cut him a little bit of a slack there coming through the right-handers. Now here comes Ryan O'Donnell. O'Donnell going to look to try and take over the 8th position. He has the inside advantage. Skelton with those older tires just can't make it stick. Ryan now will muscle his way in to the 8th position. Ryan O'Donnell will take over 8th here with 22 laps to go and a set of fresh tires on the Maui Gym machine. Sitting in 10th and rounding out the top 10, it's the Oreo 924. That is Zach Mitchell. Mitchell having himself a good night here tonight. He leads all your rookies so far. He runs 10th. He's up 3 positions since the drop of the green. Right behind him, though, the honorable mention, running in 11th. This is Eric Johnson. He is currently running in that 11th position. And another rough night, or not another rough night, I should say, but Combs out there. Boy, oh boy, how many times has the 917 spun her around here tonight? And for as many times as he has looped it around, the Nutter Butter machine is still pretty solid. I'm surprised he didn't sell the windshield on this car, race fans. You know, Fig Newtons. For anybody that doesn't get the joke, Ricky Bobby. Don't sell just about anything and everything. Combs right now, though, a little off the pace. He's back here running into that 21st position. Theriault, though, man, he is still setting a blistering time. His fastest lap was a 1 minute and 21 second, .21. Last time by it was a 23, so a 1 minute 23.21. So 2 seconds slower here, but that's your race pace. You know, the fast time here tonight was set probably in the early stages of this. The track was a little bit cooler, didn't have as much rubber built up on it. Now, since we're into this race and just kind of get into your groove, don't make any mistakes. He's hitting about 2 seconds slower. Let's see this time by for the driver of the 42. How fast will he be at the stripe? Another 1 minute 23 seconds for the driver of that number 10. There is, or number 42. The number 10, though, of Tim Blum is back here running into the second position. 10 seconds just about separates Blum and your race leader of Theriault. Looks like seeing word out there in chat that the 13 is out here tonight, so Donald Bennett looks like he could possibly be credited with a 24th place finish as Christopher Rothrock has gone around on the front straightaway. The Renaissance Nutrition 84 of Christopher Rothrock spinning her around on the front stretch. Let's see if the rumble strips played a factor here tonight in this one. Oh, it looks like he just went way hard into the throttle, and he got some muscle milk right there. And he went around in that Renaissance Nutrition 84, so he'll loop it around and keep on ticking here tonight. Zach Mitchell, though, picks up a spot as Wells comes to pit road. I don't know if Wells can make it from this point in the race, but he is definitely going to try to make it 20 laps here on this set of fuel and tires. As here comes your race leader, though, Max Theriault will put the 64 of Wells a lap down. I think there's a speeding penalty on the 64 of Wells also being assessed. Dustin Gainey looked like he had a little bit of issues in his tax service machine. He just lit up on my information sheet as, yeah, you can see the damage on the right side. So he's going to really throw it in there. He's going to hit the Bank of America sign and nosed right into the wall. It looks like he's going to take the tow to pit road. Somebody we haven't seen much of tonight is Ethan Troutman. He is out here. We haven't heard much from him since the beginning of the race when he put it into the wall twice. The number 40 of Josiah Millen is not in the event here tonight at the Charlotte Roval. It looks like he is actually watching Monday Night Football, the Steelers fan out there. But I can tell you the closest thing to the number 40 on track is the 941 of Rob Higgins. He is also sitting down on pit road with some heavy damage to the checkered flag auto supply number 941. Kevin O'Brien having to take a little bit of a detour in that V-Power 184. What do you think, race fans? 18 laps to go. Pit window starting to open up. There will be no green-white checkers here tonight. When will Max Theriault bring down the 42 machine? He comes through the infield portion. It'll be 17 laps to go next time by for Max Theriault. It was heartbreaking last Thursday. Max was not able to get the championship in the SK Modified division here for Red Light Racing. But tonight is leading the field. Cody Levitt looks like he was just off track in the 38 machine, and now here comes the 86 of Skelton. Right to the back bumper. Skelton had to hit the brakes, and now he is sideways. Hangs on to her. Levitt running 7th. Skelton running 8th currently. Looks like both drivers way up the track. Skelton may have just tapped the wall. Cody Levitt looks like he's just going to give the position to James Skelton here. So that'll move Skelton into 7th, Levitt back to 8th. O'Donnell is still out there ahead of these drivers. There you see Ryan, Christopher Rothrock having a little bit of an issue out here. It looks like he goes around on the infield. And now it looks like he's got heavy nose damage. Let's see if we can watch this back. Did he get the damage here? Yeah, there we see he still has the nose on the Renaissance Nutrition 84. Tried to do his best Drift King impression. Just didn't quite work. Rothrock found the inside wall there, but he was able to carry on for the time being. Brandon Minto pretty happy and saying that he is done for tonight. Let's see if we can actually get a word in with the driver out of New Jersey. Let's see if we can talk to the 20 of Trevarthen. Or Minto. Jeez, I'm all over the place. Minto, where are you at?
I'm still sitting in here watching what's going on with the rest of this race. I was struggling hardcore with the last minute change we had with going from the Cup cars to the Xfinity cars at this track. I was struggling, so I just didn't want to get in the way of the fast cars.
Yeah, there as we watched the replay of your final contact with the wall. That's where you decided yeeting yourself was enough here tonight. Tell us about the track, though. How hard is it to wheel one of these 3,600-pound stock cars around here?
Oh, it is hard. I don't get how these dudes out here running fast lap times like this. If I even breathed on the throttle coming out of any of these like sharp turns, I would start feeling the back end coming out from behind me. So I don't know how these guys get everything, the power to their wheels. I don't know how they get all this stuff going on. I don't know how they're shifting. I don't know their braking points, and they're just too ridiculously fast. So I didn't want to get in their way.
Well, Josh Buckley told me one time to figure out how the other drivers are doing it, just get good.
Yeah, that's I just wish I could get good. I mean, I tried using some of the Turn 3 Racing Network koozies on my beers, hoping the beers would give me the confidence to brake later than I should be. But it didn't really help out, so I just don't know how to get good.
Well, we're training you some. We're training you one day. So is the machine just done for the night? You're just going to hop on out of her and watch the rest of this one from home?
Yeah, the car was still drivable, but I was back in like 20-something, and I was just driving slow, so I think I'd be a burden on the track, and I wasn't having any fun. This track is just too tough in these Xfinity cars. Like, props to all these guys out here that are actually putting the time to practice and actually learn their braking points, unlike me. I just came in here thinking I could come compete and at least hopefully get like a top 15 is what I was hoping for, but yeah, it didn't work out for me at all.
So it won't work here at the Roval. What do you think next week when we go to Martinsville?
It's another track I think I might struggle at. Anytime I got to use my left foot to push the brake pedal, I usually struggle, and I know last time we went to Martinsville, I had some gear shifter issues, so I've just, instead of using the Fanatec gear shifter, I've just went to the paddle shifters, so that'll actually help me out a little bit. I actually plan on practicing this week, learning something how to drive the track a little bit better than what I have in the past, so hopefully I can actually get a top 10 out of next week. That's what I'm aiming for.
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one to have a little problem with that shifter here. But Minto, you know, you're done here for tonight, but we'll give you the mic here real quick. Is there anybody you got to give any shout-outs to that are tuning in tonight here at the Charlotte Roval?
Oh, definitely. I got to give a shout-out to my mom and dad. They watch every race, every week. Sorry I didn't compete tonight, so didn't put on a good show for y'all. And I also got to give a big shout-out to my girlfriend. She's watching right now. And just props to her for watching these races with me. Like, I've convinced her to get into NASCAR, started getting her watching these races, and she started loving watching the races on Sundays with me. So it's awesome having her along with me every single Monday night, watching all these races.
Well, there you heard it from the driver of the number 20 here tonight. Brandon Minto has yeeted himself out of the event at Charlotte. So if you're a Minto fan and you have one of those Brandon Minto t-shirts you're wearing here tonight, well, it's good enough for a 23rd place finish. You just saw on the track, though, Sean Butler drive around the number 94 of Corey Silva. That bumps Silva back to running 4th. Butler now takes over the 3rd position. There you see Ryan O'Donnell, though he is still sitting back there stalking these drivers. He is back there in the 5th position, still having to make his final stop here of the evening. James Heater, Cody Levitt, James Skelton, they have all made their final stop from inside the top 10. See where they all cycle back through after this is all done. 13 laps to go. Here comes Corey Silva. He'll make his final stop of the evening. So it'll be 4 tires and fuel, I suspect, here for the driver of the 94, where he makes his way down at 35 miles an hour into his pit stall here tonight. Look at it. Almost nobody sitting down on pit road. Right now you do see the 84 of Christopher Rothrock. He is also down on pit road. Looks like trying to get some serious damages fixed to his machine. Commanding lead now here for the driver of the number 42. He's part of the Red Light Racing road course team. Max Tyrrell has about a 12-second lead. There you see Mac coming through the bus stop here on the back straightaway of the oval portion. Where's Tim Blum? There's Timmy B. Timmy back here running just 12 seconds behind. He's also part of the Red Light Racing road course team. Sean Butler, another one of those road course ringers. He's sitting there 3rd. Ryan O'Donnell is sitting back there into the 4th position so far. So with 13 laps to go, Max Terrill will bring his 42 to pit road. This will be the final time Max will have to see pit road and be driving, well, 35 miles an hour here tonight. Here comes Tim Blum. Timmy Blum also going to take the Classics Hot Sauce number 10 to pit road for the final time. Will Sean Butler come down? He will not. Sean Butler in the Trust Me Vodka number 88. He will stay out here. He will be able to lead himself a lap tonight at Charlotte. So that's the first lap that Sean Butler is going to lead since he had his absence here with Monday night. Stepping away, the driver out of Ohio had to go up to Maine for some family health issues. He is back here now, though, and leading right where he left off when he left Red Light. He was out front. And now, with just 12 laps to go, he finds himself back out in front here tonight. Right now, he only has about a 4-5-second lead over the 42 of Max Terrill. There you see Terrill with the brand new fresh rubbers on the MK Medic Ford Mustang. So he will now start to chew back into the race lead that Butler and O'Donnell have. Looks like Mitchell and Johnson both down on pit road also. Both of them are done with their stops. They will come back out onto this 2.24 mile, speedway. There is Sean Single. He has made his final stop tonight. Sean Single running back here into the 11th position. He is up 9 spots from where he started. So as he has moved up 9 spots, another driver that's moved up through the field quite a bit. Here's the driver out of New England. This is Kyle Souza. He's got his number 4 machine. Remember how earlier in the race we said it was a good-looking, clean car? Now take a look at it. Got a little bit of damage. Shows how hard he's pushing. There's the 38 of Cody Levitt and James Skelton. They've been like nose to tail all night long through this road course. They both have made their final stops here tonight. So it's just going to be a heads-up race to see which one of these drivers can come back around here tonight. See Cody Levitt there in the picture having a little bit of blinking issues here tonight at Charlotte as your drivers that are running 7th and 8th come through the final 2 corners here as we go high above the sky here at Charlotte. The Checkered Flag Auto Supply supplying us with the overhead coverage here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Looks like going through Trevarthen Corner down there, turn number 1. That 86 of Skelton was able to pull away just a little bit. Corey Silva has started to fade here through the late portions of this one. Tim Blum got around him. Now it's James Heater. Corey Silva running back in 6th, but he has 2 drivers ahead of him that still have to come to pit road. And that is Sean Butler. Ryan O'Donnell has now already got eaten up by the 42 of Max Terriot. There you see the 42 come on to oval turn number 3 and 4. Sean Butler looks like he is going to stay out another lap. Butler has made his bed here tonight as he blinks out coming into the final. Oh, Trevarthen almost, or Troutman almost into the back end there of your race leader. Troutman's able to get out of the way as he goes through Troutman corner. I keep saying Trevarthen corner. It's Troutman corner. I gotta remember turn 1 is for Troutman. Troutman and Trevarthen, though, are running 12th and 13th on our timing and scoring. Troutman goes a lap down. He is back there running in that 13th position. Trevarthen would be the final driver here tonight. There's the Fram Filters number 31. Trevarthen is still currently on the lead lap, and he has a little bit of ground till the leaders would catch up to him. He has made his final pit stop of the evening, so he is good to go with 10 laps to go. Terriot will take back over the race lead from the Ohio 88 of Sean Butler. Now look how he just gapped him. Max Terriot is on a Monday night cruise here tonight. Race fans, with just 10 laps to go, we got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you're looking to get behind the wheel of one of these sim race machines here on the iRacing.com platform, but you need to get yourself a custom rig, head on over to RB Custom Rigs, and they can get you set up with everything from mild to wild, like what you just saw Max Terriot do right there, where he went wild up over the little bit of the rumble strips and the turtles. Got himself a little airboard. If you would like to do that, head on over to RB Custom Rigs. Get your rig set up today. Get on track tomorrow with the Red Light Racing Series. Sean Butler, you see him. He's down on pit road here tonight making his final stop, so we're just waiting on one more driver on the top 10 to make his stop, and that would be the 98 of Ryan O'Donnell. He has yet to come to pit road for the final time, but he should be coming here in the next lap or two. He's been out there for quite a while. Last time he was down on pit road, it was lap number 16 here tonight, so the driver out of Michigan trying to push it as far as he can. There's the 43. That is Joe Strano. Strano right now a little bit down farther on our timing and scoring than what he would like. He had himself a good practice session all weekend long. Right now, Joe Strano is back into the 14th position, the driver of that Green Forest Tree Supply. Plan B sales machine. Let's take a ride with 9 laps to go. Let's take a ride on board here with Max Terriot. There's a lap around the Charlotte Roval here, supplied by our race leader of Max Terriot. Did you notice how gingerly he was out there dancing with the 3 pedals of this stock car? I say 3 pedals. That's, you know, the clutch, the brake, and the gas. Or anybody who doesn't know that stock cars still have a clutch. The thing is, though, once you get this car moving, What does the clutch really do for you? There's not a whole lot. You're not going to see a lot of these drivers use the clutch once they're already up to speed. That's kind of just when you're at the dead stop coming out of your pit stall that you're really going to drop the clutch and go. So Max Theriault really only playing with the 2 pedals, the brake and the gas here tonight, making it very gingerly around. He doesn't want to make a mistake. He has got a 17-second lead right now, currently over the second-place driver of Tim Blum. And then there's about an 8-second gap back to you can find the 94 here of Corey Silva. But he's got some company back there. Silva's going to slide it through the infield. Corey Silva slides it as we look back off Silva's onboard camera. He's got company. He's got James Heater, and he's got Sean Butler. Butler has the fresher tires out of the 3 drivers, so will Corey Silva be able to hang on here as he heads into the bus stop down the back straightaway with just 6 laps to go. Big wiggle out of the 96. Corey Silva's able to hang on, but Sean Butler is applying the pressure here to Heater, and Heater wants nothing to do with it. He's going to go high in oval 3 and 4, and that will allow now Sean Butler with the fresh tires on the Trust Me Vodka 88 go to work here on Corey Silva. Silva curb hopping through the final 2 corners. Cody Levitt looks like he has gone around, and it looks like Silva's going to miss turn 1. And that's going to allow the 88 of Sean Butler to squeak on through there. Silva now trying to hang on to see if he can keep the 4th position away from James Heater. James Skelton a little bit farther back there. You see Skelton in the Flowertown Animal Hospital machine, the driver out of South Carolina. He is running 6th. Ryan O'Donoghue is back in 7th. Zach Mitchell is 8th. 9th is Eric Johnson. 10th is Sean Single. That's your top 10 right now. Something happened to Cody Levitt, though, just a second ago. Let's go back here and watch what happens to Cody Levitt. He was running inside the top 10. Oh, he went back to the gas and hard contact into the outside wall. And it looks like Levitt is going to take his machine behind the wall here tonight. 5 laps to go as you see your race leader, Max Theriault, into turn number 1. Everybody's real spread out through the field. Your closest drivers are right here. Corey Silva, James Heater on the speedway. Eric Johnson is also battling with Zach Mitchell here. That brightly colored orange Dirty Mo radio. 33 of Eric Johnson is having himself still a good night, running in the 9th position. A couple seasons ago, Eric Johnson was able to squeak his way into the championship round as being one of the drivers that had his opportunity to win a championship, but had no wins on the season, so he was the underdog and unfortunately was able to come away with a 3rd place in the championship finish. But Troutman, something happened once again to the driver of the 62. He has stayed off the radar for a while, but what happens here? He got through turn 3, and then around goes the body armor machine into the wall. He needs some armor for that body armor machine, because it is pretty tore up here tonight. I don't believe they're going to be using this car anytime soon. They might take that to Dale Jr.'s junkyard as soon as this race is over. 4 laps to go. Theriault, 20-second gap back to Tim Blum. Then you got a whole 7 seconds from Tim Blum to Sean Butler. I don't believe Butler, with those new tires, are going to be able to run down Timmy Blum in just 4 laps here tonight. Corey Silva has opened up a little bit of a gap over James Heater. Call it about, what do you call that? About a half second, maybe a second, because right there is that slide Toyota. Ryan O'Donoghue right there. Then it's James Skelton. That's your top 7. So they're pretty close on the track. One driver makes a mistake. It could take Silva from running 4th all the way back to about the 7th position just in the blink of an eye, or vice versa for all these drivers. They could wind up here yet on the podium. You just never know what's going to happen when you come to a road course. One slip of a tire, one little late braking entry point. Look at freaking Skelton back there. He's just still hanging it out. This driver has no quit. I don't even think he knows the word to quit, roll over, give up, or anything. He just stays on it. Tony Strano back here at the Victory Junction, number 3. Driver out of the Strano Brothers stable. 1 lap down, currently running into the 14th position. He's had himself a couple off-track issues here tonight, but pretty solid as you see Mitchell get around him. It looks like Strano's just going to stay to the high side. It's the kind of the gentleman's agreement that all these drivers have. You never really want to get into one of your competitors, especially when you're not in the battle for the race a win or in battle for position. So Tony Strano just kind of moves over, does the nice guy thing, and lets these two battle it out because they are still battling for the 8th and 9th position. Corey Silva slips out of the 4th position. Ryan gets by. Here comes James Heater. He gets by. Now here comes Skelton. Skelton going to battle with that 94. Corey hopping the final 2 turns with 3 laps to go. We just talked about how Silva was running 4th, and he could wind up back here running in the 7th position if he stepped out of line and something happened. We didn't get it caught on the camera, but we saw it jump through the timing and scoring. Corey Silva dropping positions here late in the race at Charlotte. Race fans, we thank you all for tuning in here tonight as we close in on the final 2 laps here at the Charlotte Roval for the RV Custom Rig Scrambler Series tonight, presented by Red Light Racing. If it's your first time on the Turn 3 Racing Network, we do thank you for tuning in here tonight. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Get the notification by hitting the bell. Get the notification anytime we go live, whether it's right here with the Red Light Racing Series or if we go racing, well, on one of our other series, Monday through Sunday. We bring it all here on the Turn 3 Racing Network as Max Theriault goes through the stripe there. It'll be just 2 more laps to go. About 5 miles of racing left for Max Theriault. Corey Silva now going to drop the position coming out of the back straightaway bus stop here to James Skelton. Skelton's going to go down. Corey Silva wanted to draft him. Both drivers kind of swerved. Now Skelton going to be hard onto the brakes here through the final 2 corners. Way curb hop there for Corey Silva and James Skelton. So now they got the 2 to go signal. Skelton slides through turn 1 there. Troutman corner. Troutman out here still. A lap down, currently running 13th. There's your race leader coming down the back straightaway. It'll be about a lap and a half left here tonight for the 42. He hasn't stepped out of line yet. Can we give him the broadcaster's jinx by talking about him? Because he'll have about, right now, it's about 2.2 miles when he gets to the stripe exactly, we should say, mileage. 1 lap to go here, presented by the Checker Flag Auto Supply at the Charlotte Roval. Max Theriault still continuing to dominate. He'll only have 1 more lap to go. Corey Silva, though, still battling with James Skelton. They have not taken the white flag, so there's still a lot of racing left for these 2 drivers as they come through NASCAR 3 and 4 before they make the final 2 corners on the front stretch chicane. Theriault halfway done now through his final lap tonight. 11 cars on the lead lap. There is Single. It looks like he should be able to come back around here and stay on the lead lap, and that'll put just 11 drivers to complete this race here tonight on the lead lap at Charlotte. That just shows you the pace that Max Theriault has set so far here tonight. He'll come down the back straightaway on the NASCAR oval for the final time. Made it through the bus stop, just 3 more corners technically. I guess you really call it 4 as he comes back onto the banking. Turn 3 of NASCAR. Looks clean for the 42 of Theriault. Eric Johnson going to crash the 33, but we stay right here with your race leader. Tim Blum not going to challenge for the race win as he is 20 seconds behind. It'll be Max Theriault winning here tonight at Charlotte. Dominating fashion for the driver of the 42. Where's Tim Blum, though? There is Timmy Blum, 20 seconds behind your race leader. He'll come through the final 2 turns. He'll finish 2nd here tonight. Sean Butler's there. He will finish 3rd tonight here at Charlotte. 4th looks like it's going to go to Ryan O'Donnell, but where is James Heater? There is James Heater. He's now coming off the NASCAR oval portion. He'll make the final 2 turns. He'll come home 6th 7th will go to James Skellett, but not with ease. Corey Silva going to come across the line, giving it all she had. It'll be 7th for Silva. 8th place going to go to Zach Mitchell in the 924 machine. Eric Johnson will make his final 2 corners. He looped it around on the final lap here tonight. Johnson finishes 9th. Trevarthen will finish 10th here as he comes off the oval portion. Followed in tow behind him will be the 914 of Single. So those drivers will finish 10th and 11th. Joe Strano will finish 12th. The first car 1 lap down here tonight, but man, what a dominating fashion it was by that man right there. Max Terriel wins another one here on Monday night. That'll be win number 2 this season. The first driver to hit 2 wins. Boy, oh boy, what a race it was. You think that road course racing is boring? These boys put on a show no matter what lap it was. 1 through 40, they put on one whale of a show, race fans. And Mac's going to come back around here. He's going to do a little bit of celebrating, and then we will step away for the Renaissance Nutrition post-race show here as Terriel comes back across the line one more time. Look to see him come down here into Troutman's corner. Will he go for the spin cycle down here? It may say heartburn, but it's more like heartbreak for the driver of the 62 of Ethan Troutman, who comes home 13th tonight. So as Terriel comes back around here, race fans, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for your Renaissance Nutrition post-race show. Welcome back here to the Charlotte Motor Speedway, race fans. You see right there on your screen, that is your race winner, the 42 of Max Terriel. He was able to dominate tonight here at the Charlotte Roval for race number 5, being the first driver to put himself in victory lane 2 times this season. Let's get right down there trackside with the driver of the 42 and hear how his night went. Max, you got a copy and smooth up here in the Turn 3 booth.
I got you.
Well, Max, a pretty solid night tonight. The 42 looks clean, and it looks like it could go out there and run about another 40 laps. Any issues out there tonight on track? How did that car handle?
It handled the way it did last night. Nothing unexpected. I kept it clean, and tires made a difference on the long run, so I made sure that I wouldn't burn them up in 5 laps and then struggle on corner entry and braking zone. So pretty much couldn't have asked for a better race on my part.
Yeah, it looked good. You know, you look forward to coming to these road course races. I had a couple of weeks ago, we got to sit down and talk, and you said road course racing you really like. Is this one of those tracks, though, that you really like? Because it is different from any other road course out there that you guys typically would run.
Yeah, exactly. It just races differently from other road courses. I don't get that much success, well, that good of a success on other road courses, but this Roval just fits me better than Watkins Glen or Sonoma or other places we go. So again, it's a little bit more than I thought it would be, but a good race overall, of course.
Well, it's a good race for you here, Max. You'll be the first 1 to 2 wins this season with this 42 machine. Who do you got to thank for another victory here with the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series?
Yeah, for this win, I want to thank my girlfriend, my friend Max, and Maxim Knitting, and my dad, all of them watching the races, Turn 3 Network for the broadcast, Josh and James Richards for running the league. Congrats to the top 5, Tim, Sean, big comeback, Ryan, the road course guy, and James in 5th. And hope to see you guys next week.
There you heard it from your race winner here tonight. Max Theriault will notch his name into the record books with his second win of the season. Let's see if we can talk to the guy who comes home second here tonight. This is the driver of the number 10 Classic Hot Sauce Machine out of Florida, Tim Blum. A solid night, but not a solidly clean car out there. What happened to get you that damage?
That was on the first pit stop. Came out with Corey and James, and we were just trying to navigate each other, and I kind of ran into Corey on a quarter entry, but fortunately it didn't slow the car down too much. I was worried about that, but yeah, second, can't complain.
Yeah, second is a solid behind your race winner of Theriault. Talk about Martinsville. 200 laps with the Gander outdoor truck next week.
Yeah, I was just looking at the schedule like you, and that's going to be an interesting race. I mean, we had a rough go at the last short track there at Lucas Oil, so I just hope we can put the whole field together in a clean race, and yeah, I hope to be in the top 10, maybe top 5 would be a great day.
Well, a second here tonight. Tim, who do you got to thank for bringing this machine home? Call it kind of a one-piece.
Yeah, well, thanks to you, I got a new viewer for you. My father-in-law, Ken. So shout out to Papa Stark, and my dad, of course, he's always watching. And my wife, she lets me race every Sunday and Monday night. So thanks to her, she was watching too.
Well, Papa out there, thanks for tuning in here tonight. Tim Blum going to come home second here at Charlotte. And let's see, who finishes third? Well, it's the Butler. Sean, it's been a while, my man. Third place, though, as you return back here at the Charlotte Roval.
That's not exactly the start that I wanted, but it's a great finish considering starting 19th and, one little minor wall touch. And then other than that, just kept it clean and just kind of did a different tire strategy. Everyone was kind of running the tires, right to the minimum of where they needed for the pits, and I just ran it out of fuel pretty much and just made it better on those long runs. Those 3-4 lap fresher tires made a huge difference, and I think that's what got me up there up to third place.
Yeah, but a third place in your return on a road course, that's not too shabby. You've been out of the sim rig for quite a while. Did you get out last night to turn some practice laps with these guys here at the Charlotte Roval, or did you come in here green as can be and kind of came out smelling like a rose?
Oh no, I did practice last night. I didn't do as good. I think I finished 4th because I actually wrecked really hard. But I didn't wreck and stop. I just kind of hit the wall real hard. I had to pit super early, so it just kind of killed the tires on the long run. Everyone else had fresher tires, so yeah, it was a great learning experience last night. I learned not to overdrive it like Max was talking about, and just kind of try to take care of it for the most part. And starting way back there, I just had to bide my time and make my way through the field up to the front.
And you gained the most positions here tonight, 16 spots for you, Sean. But who do you got to thank that helps out the Trust Me Vaca 88 crew here on Monday night?
My teammates over at Need for Speed, James and Josh and DJ. I wish he was able to make it again. You up there in the turn 3 booth, it's always great going back and watching these afterwards. And then thanks to Buckley, James, and Richard. Unfortunately, he missed out tonight for running the league and allowing us to come out here and have all this fun. Forward to next week. Hopefully we can go out there and contend for a win.
Well, there you heard it from the driver out of Ohio. He drives the Trust Me Vaca 88, the Need for Speed racer. That is the 88 of Sean Butler. It's good to see Butler back after some, we'll call it saddening news in the family, and he's back here now on Monday night to run out the remainder of the season. Well, race fans, that's your top 3 post-race show brought to us by Renaissance Nutrition. But you think it's over? It's not, race fans. We got one more special interview lined up for you. Let's talk to the driver who finishes 4th here tonight, because I believe I can see the smile all the way from Michigan here in Pennsylvania. Ryan O'Donnell, you're going to bring home this Ford in almost one piece. A little crinkle on that front fender. I'm sure you'll be able to get that buffed out before you got to use this machine again. But how did your night go here tonight at Charlotte?
I think it went really great. It's probably the best I've done in a long, long time.
Yeah, that car looked like it was on rails all night long. You were able to go up there and lead a couple of these laps tonight. Did you have anything, though, in the bank for Max Terriot? Did you have a special plan that, maybe if a caution would have came out, you could have had him?
Max is just leagues above me in road racing, believe it or not, and I probably could have used that caution to catch him. He's just better at tire management overall and long runs. I have a lot to learn from him.
Yeah, I think we all could learn some factors from Max to make us all a little bit better. But Ryan, a solid finish. You're one of those drivers. You really like to run road courses, and I talked to you over the weekend. You were running some laps, and I even jumped in at one point and saw you out there turning laps. How many laps did you turn here at the Charlotte Roval?
I would say close to 200.
I can't even count that high, son.
One more than 100.
Oh, boy. I can't even get that. I don't have that many fingers or toes.
You're going to have to recruit some friends then.
Well, that's a good thing I got you out here to help me out with that one. But now, throw it away. Tonight, a solid finish. 4th. That's going to help you in the points. Martinsville. How about we look forward 1 week past that? Rockingham, and it's the first time you're going to get out there in the 1987 NASCAR machine. I believe you're going to be running that Ford Thunderbird. How do you think that's going to go at Rockingham?
That's going to be our first real outing as a league in the 87 cars. It's going to be wild. It's going to get messy. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Well, Ryan, before we let you go, get ready for Rockingham and Martinsville. Who do you got to thank on this 98 crew, finishing 4th tonight?
Gotta give a big shout out to my teammates at Full Throttle Racing, Brandon, Richard, and Tim. I'm sorry that Richard wasn't able to make it. A big shout out to my wife being very patient with me doing this all the time. Shout out to Turn 3 up in the booth. You guys do a great job. Also to the RB Rigs Scrambler Series League overall. It's great. And my family who chimes in. My dad, my grandmother, and my uncle I know for sure watch all the time. My brother was here tonight as well. And a big shout out to my mom. I love her very much.
Well, there you heard it from the driver out of Michigan. He drives for the Full Throttle Race Team, the 98 of Ryan O'Donnell. He will finish tonight into the 4th position. The road course ringer had himself a solid race here at Charlotte, but that's going to do it for our post-race interviews here tonight. As we sit, let's see if we can take a look here at our finishing results and let them scroll onto our page. Let's see, there they are. There's your finishing results. Terriot, Blum, and Butler, your top 3. You heard from Ryan O'Donnell. James Heater right there. But the Charlotte Roval is officially in the books here tonight, with 40 laps being completed for the Red Light Racing. It's the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series. We are going to be headed now to the Martinsville Speedway, the little paperclip located in Virginia. Going to play host to our next event for the Red Light Series. That's going to be a good one because it's only going to be the second time that we are going to get the Gander Outdoor Truck Series machines onto the Speedway this season. I can't wait till we go truck, or we'll call it tailgating at a little short track. Who doesn't like to go tailgating at a short track? That's for sure. And then on September the 28th, we're going to load up the haulers. We're going to put the 1987s in the hauler, and we are going to throw it back to one of the greatest short tracks ever that there ever was, the Rockingham Speedway. The Rock will play host. Who will be able to battle The Rock in 2 weeks before we head to the big Chicagoland Speedway on October 5th. Those are the next 3 races coming up for the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series. You can catch all that racing action right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network every Monday night. But race fans, we thank you all for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We can't wait to see you back here on the Turn 3 Racing Network to bring you more racing action like you saw tonight. Till we see you next time, race fans, everybody stay safe.